it true that you were filming without permission and incognito as well?
Incognito for sure. Yeah, it probably sounds more romantic that we were shooting without permission. We had permission, but at times we drifted into areas where there wasn't permission, and that's when it would get really hectic, and kind of the movie would catch up to the speed of that we were forced to work at, and you kind of see the result on camera.
Absolutely, no wonder it's got the pace it has, I suppose, when you're thinking, I've got to get this done immediately. But that must have been fun, mustn't it? A new experience again as an actor.
Yeah, no, it's always fun. I mean, to be honest, I had no idea that they had permission. I mean, I was always told that we didn't have permission the entire time. But yeah, it's definitely fun. And also, I mean, for me, even just shooting just on the street, I mean, regardless of whether we had permission or not, we're still in like a massive crowd of people just going about their day. And so at any moment, people could suddenly start being curious about it, and then it would be impossible to shoot the movie. And so it's kind of interesting that like the more you had to stay in some kind of in character or whatever, just so people didn't really recognize you or even recognize that a movie was being shot, it kind of ups the stakes a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't have what most films. We didn't have the permature that most films had. We would get what most documentary films would, if they're shooting a permature. Basically, in New York, if you use a tripod, you need to have some type of permission. That's the only rule. If you're handheld, it's weird. If you're handheld, you don't need permission. But once you put a tripod down because you're taking up sidewalk, you need the permission. So we would get these documentary permits, and we would never shut down a street or location, public location. So yeah, Rob Often and Benny and other actors were acting amongst people living about their lives. And yeah, I mean, specifically there was a scene we shot in a mall in Flushing, Queens, and they're running through it. And I told Rob and Benny, you're running for your life, you're running for your freedom, and there's no speed limit on that. And you're also running through a open, crowded supermarket with people who are just buying groceries for their dinner. And it was, I'd say, 99.9% Asian because it was the neighborhood we were in. So you see in the scene, you see them running through at full speed an open market where people are really turning their heads, looking at two white guys running through at full speed, kind of pinkish hues because of the dye pack that went off. And it was, that energy, even though we have maybe one shot of a reaction, but you feel the energy of the whole space being like, what is happening in here right now? Who are those two guys?
And what were you thinking, Rob, at this point?
Don't hit anybody.
Yeah.
That was our direction.
I was going to say, you could